I honestly think that you underestimate yourself. I think you underestimate exactly what you can do in a day. You think you can't take a lot more challenges, but you definitely could. Now, obviously, there's a limit. We can't be doing a million things in our days, like a million business ideas. You gotta focus and concentrate on a few things, right? You definitely do. But I have to argue that there's a very good chance, like 9 out of 10, that you underestimate yourself. And I underestimate myself all the time. And I need this reminder, this constant reminder. Like, bro, you can do a lot more than you think you could. You could take a lot more challenges than you think you could. And for me, it's been with this YouTube channel. I never would think that I could upload so frequently while working on myself and other parts of my life and taking a lot more challenges. I would never think this is possible. Like, honestly, this would scare me looking back a month or two ago, because I'd be like, it's impossible. There's no way you can make it happen. But the catch-22 is that when you add more challenges to your life, you somehow make it work, right? Think like in school, whenever your teachers give you or gave you a lot of homework, a lot of work, a lot of tests, it's due like Thursday, today's Tuesday, but somehow you managed to do everything. Like, yeah, it was hard. You had to cram a lot of things, but somehow you managed to do everything. But now you're in real life, or maybe you're outside of school, you're trying to do a business, you're trying to start this thing, and you don't have that teacher pushing you. You need to be the person who pushes yourself and tells yourself, let me take this challenge. Challenge could be, oh, let me start going to the gym now. Let me actually learn martial art. Let me do this thing. Let me start a new business. Let me start this passion, this side passion that I always want to start. So what could it be for you? That's my question. And I really have to argue that you're probably underestimating yourself. Maybe you're in school, maybe you're working. No, I definitely can't do everything. If you tell yourself that you can't do everything at once, or those two things, right? You can't start a business with your 9 to 5. You can't learn martial arts because you're in school. If you tell yourself that, then your reality will be like that. You'll make it true in your head. And it'll manifest in your real life. You don't understand how much power your brain has. It really does have a lot of power. So stop underestimating yourself. What new challenge could you take? This could be anything, bro. Just think for yourself. Take time to think. What can you add to your life that'll make it more difficult? What I'm starting to understand is that successful people are people that can tolerate more pain. Like, there's not a lot of secret formulas or quick tips. Like, maybe they are, but in my head, successful people were just able to tolerate a lot more pain than you could. And that's what makes them a successful person, because now they're in the trenches, or they were in the trenches for years. They suffered and they took a lot more challenges, like I'm telling you, in their life. And so that's what it is to be a successful person. It's not this complicated thing. It's, are you able to take more pain in your life? Are you able to be that person who's like, yeah, I'm gonna take a lot more pain? So then your pain threshold, I don't know if I could say that word, is gonna be higher. It's gonna be much higher, and you're gonna push it every single day, every single day, every single week. And then you look back in a year or two. This is self-improvement. You look back in a year or two, you've done the painful things, the hard things, and now you're like above everyone. You're more successful, maybe financially, maybe externally, right? You look better, you look bigger as a man. So all these things, but obviously it ties down to every single day, like small little things. Are you able to tolerate more pain than your friend, than your neighbor? That's all it is. And so start with today. What pain could you add today to your schedule, to your life? Because likely, whenever we get distracted, whenever we get just doing the bad habits, I think a really, really big part of it is you just have a boring life. You just don't have a lot of things going for yourself. You don't have a lot of challenges. And that's not a bad thing. It's like a wake-up call. Oh, maybe I should add more things to my life because I'm spending all day on TikTok. Well, guess what? If you actually did have things in your life, if you had this business running, if you had a YouTube channel, if you had this 9 to 5, like a sales job, if you worked this whatever job at your local Starbucks, whatever. If you have all these challenges in your life, then obviously you're not going to be distracted as much. You're not going to be doing the bad habits as much. You don't have time to fap. You don't have time to watch Netflix all day. Isn't that obvious? Isn't that obvious? But many people don't get it. And I'd argue that a lot of young men, they just don't have a lot of challenges and things in their life, right? Because in today's world, everything is just handed to you. Everything is easy. It's all just easy, right? So you don't have to do much. You can get away with just being at home, going on TikTok. So it's a really big thing. So think about it. A lot of the times where we get distracted or we just do the bad habits, it has a lot to do with, are you really challenging yourself? Are you pushing yourself? Because if you always have these goals in your head, like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta push myself, I gotta get to this new level, then how do you even have time to go on TikTok? How do you even have time to waste? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Like I'm starting to get this new mindset and perspective. Like I just can't be so distracted and so unfocused because it just doesn't make sense at this point in my life. It just doesn't. Like, how can I do that? I have so many things that I'm trying to take, so many challenges. If I go on TikTok for an hour, if I waste time on YouTube, then it's going to bring me back, and I don't want that. So if you don't have this mindset yet, then you build it up. It's not overnight. But obviously, coming back to the point of this video, add something new to your schedule, to your life, to your daily routine. Challenge yourself, man. And I'll see you next time. Click down below if you want. There's a Discord of other young men on self-improvement. We're leveling up together with weekly challenges as well.